Hey guys, it's your girl Sin from Sensational Container Gardening. I know I've been MIA for a while, and I'm probably going to be uploading videos that I'm doing out of order. So who knows when this one is going to fit in the schedule. But anyway, this is a haul, if I want to use that word that everybody's using, from the 99-cent store with my favorite gardening items. I've been shopping at the 99-cent store for ages, even when I lived in the Bay Area, but not buying gardening stuff, of course. I've been a big fan, and of course, they've always had stuff that wasn't 99 cents, but usually it was worth it. I'd be afraid of some of the items if they were 99 cents. Clearly worth more. They also have stuff that's just straight up junk, like anywhere. So use your discretion. But I wanted to share some of the stuff I use, okay, that saved me a lot of money and was just really crucial in some of the gardening tasks that I have. So I'm going to show you one of my favorites. And this is my actual 4th year gardening. But one of the things I purchase every season, even though the other ones are still perfectly good, are the, let's read it, hardwood stakes. You get 5 of these for $1.99, which in my opinion is a bargain. I have some out in my garden that I've had for 2 or 3 years, and as my garden has quadrupled in size, I need more. I don't use tomato cages because I don't know how, and I just don't do well with them. And so I'm going to suggest to everybody that you do the things in your garden that you know how to do and that work for you. This works for my cucumbers, it works for my squash, it works for my eggplant, it works for my tomatoes. And if they happen to be too short, I will attach one to another one to make them tall enough, because you know sometimes our tomatoes be aiming towards the sky. But this is a real great item. If you shop at the 99-cent store for gardening stuff, you want to, as soon as January hit, today is February 1st, you want to start running in there looking for it. They're going to have it next to the leftover Christmas stuff, next to the Valentine's Day stuff, across from the Easter stuff. That's how they do it. But I'm telling you, by the time spring rolls around, this kind of stuff is going to be gone. One of the other things they sell, and I don't have one in the house with me, but it's the bar, the metal bar. And that's another one where the price is really phenomenal. I think they attach 2 of them. Might be 99 cents, but they're awesome. Those things go on forever. You don't want to end up having to buy them from one of the big box stores or Amazon if you have to. I learned my lesson one season when it turned out that I needed some and I didn't buy enough. So I'm telling you guys now, if you have time, if you're close to a 99-cent store, you want to stop in every couple days or every week and just check the aisle for some of this stuff. One of my other favorites, the kitty. Stop falling. What's going on? The kitty litter box. Get you some of these. This one, it is, I believe it's 99 cents. It's one of those items that has maintained. It's a pliable plastic, so it's not some hard plastic that's going to crack. This has so many uses in my garden. I probably own maybe 30 of them. I just went and bought 6. They come in green, blue, black, whatever the heck this is. Not that it matters. So in my greenhouse, I use this to put my cups in with the holes in the bottom so I can bottom water. Also, when I'm hardening stuff off and I'm running inside, I'm running outside, I'm running inside, running outside, this is a perfect strong tray. What happened one season is I tried to use those little foil disposable pans and there was an accident. These are awesome. If you go and you look at the pet aisle, of course, because it's kitty litter, you're going to find it there, but dig around, because I went in there and had a little disappointed look in my face, and then when I dug under some cat toys and stuff, there they were. Or ask one of your friendly 99-cent store staff members. They also sell a version of this at Dollar Tree, which is $1.25, and if I'm not mistaken, it's smaller. You know, so and if you can't find them in Dollar Tree, you know, you can go on their website and order case quantities of stuff. And if you know another gardener that uses kitty litter trays or whatever, a couple of them, go in with them and split it. You might not need 24, but you might need 6 or 12 or something. The other thing about this is I use it to start some sweet potatoes with the dirt, and you know how you cut it in half. We'll go into detail about that later. That's actually a method that I learned from Stacy over at Hands in the Dirt, and I did it, and it was awesome, and it was great, because I've tried the other method, you know, where you root them in the water, and I just tossed them out of my kitchen window because they looked really scary. So you can use it for that. You probably could get away with planting some real shallow stuff in this, like lettuce, you know, and of course we're putting holes in the bottom when we're planting. I use my drill, again, this is one of my, sorry if I keep turning around, favorites. I got stuff on the floor. Let's read this. This says it is the Let's Grill food tent. It's only $1.29. Being a how I basically have no social life and I don't barbecue, but I do have another use for these. And it's very attractive colors. It comes in a bunch of colors, who cares? But this opens up like an umbrella. It's not as easy, but it opens up like an umbrella. Okay, so I decided to not make it hard, y'all. It's not. Ooh. And this will sit right on top of a grow bag or just somewhere where you have stuff planted that you want the bugs to stay away from. The net on here is pretty tight, you know, and I use sometimes a clip to clip them. If you have landscape nails, you know, the U-shape, horse-shape, use that to plant in the dirt. The thing about it is that this is a little easier to handle than the big long sheet of net or whatever. Even though that's fine, I use that too. But these are awesome. They put these out a little bit before, well, not a little bit, but way before the 4th of July with all the little barbecue and stuff. And grab you some of these. They are great. Look at it closes, and it's wonderful. And, you know, again, if you're out in your garden and you're eating and carrying on, these are cool too. On the occasion that we do sit out there and happen to just, you know, eat or whatever, these are great because I don't want to see a fly sitting on my stuff. There's something else I wanted to show you guys. I don't see it. Okay, these. So we stopped putting the plants, the house plants in the house, in the dinner plates. Yay! You get 4 of these for I think 99 cents. They come in different sizes. I buy them, and I've actually used them out in the garden in a pinch for some of the flowers that I had out there. I'm in Zone 9B, Northern California, Sacramento, where in the summertime, I don't know, it's about 3,000 degrees. And the biggest problem I was having were my flowers that were in moderately sized pots just drying out. Even when I figured out what to do with my veggies in the grow bag to keep them hydrated, it was the flowers that were suffering, and mid-season they were just dead looking. The bottom watering is awesome, so in a pinch I use these, but this has basically stopped us from putting house plants in the dinner plate. Okay. Wow. You know, we all got to get in where we fit in with the money stuff. And throwing money at stuff doesn't necessarily make it easier or better. But when it comes to something like a garden tool, you do want it to not break off in your hand. And years ago, I had one where the tool part actually came out of the handle. Or I don't know if you guys have ever had the super cheap Comedy kitchen knife. Or no, the spoon. I'm not going to say the brand, okay? This was a person who was a TV chef and had some pots and pans and junk. And I don't know what mystical haze my mom and I were in years ago in Walmart, but we bought some of her stuff. And one day, the end of the spoon just decided it didn't want to be connected to the handle anymore. Okay. But anyway, I digress. Let's go back to this. $1.29. I was shocked. I was shocked. And this is okay. Get some of these and I don't know, get a couple of them, because what I end up doing is walking across my garden, and then it's around over by the kiddie pools, and then I forgot it because I'm at that stage in life where, you know, and so get a couple of these, and then it's got a little hole there, you can hang it up, you know, blah, blah, blah. You got this. I started to call this a spatula. We know it's not. This is not a spatula, but this is great. Now, when I'm transferring dirt, I don't use something like this. I use something huge. And then we have the mini hoe. I guess that's what this is, mini hoe. I don't know. But this is wonderful, and these are really well made. $1.29. Do not sleep on these. Don't go in there and go, I'm going to come back in March. Okay, they won't be there. I don't think these were, I apologize, I don't have the exact price. I think that these were a little bit more than 99 cents, but these are really awesome for attaching shade cloth and different things that we have to do in the garden. These are the, 4-inch ones. You can check on Amazon. They do sell different versions that are different qualities. I have actually purchased some of the better ones because, horrible story, a friend of mine back in the day was clamping something and it kind of ricocheted and hit him in the face. He's all right, but get some of these, and I know, again, we're always concerned about our budgets, as we should be, but when you're out trying to put shade cloth up or something, it's not the time to be going, I need some clamps. They also sell them at some of the big box stores or whatever, so check around. Something else that I've been buying every single year, great price on the rubber coated flex tie, $1.29. They have the thick version and the itty bitty thin one. This is awesome. It's how I attach my tomatoes and everything that I have to stake up out there. It has a lot of practical uses. Especially if you're a new gardener, I don't want to overwhelm you with buying a bunch of stuff because you're just kind of sticking your foot into the water. But I don't want to see you get caught midstream, need something, and then not being able to find it at a cheap price. You may not need 3 or 4 of these, but maybe get one. And they're really gentle on the plants. Love that. I'm looking at stuff real crazily because these aren't actually the right reading glasses, because I'm like Fred Sanford now with the 50 glasses. I understand that now. When I was a kid and I was laughing at it, now I get it. I'm with you, Fred. I got 50 pairs of glasses of different strengths to multi-purpose ties. These are really, 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 really small, but they have their purpose. And then I also have some of these that I purchased probably on Amazon that had like 4 or 5 different sizes in it, and they have been needed. But if you see some of these and maybe a little bit larger, grab some of these. I actually use it to attach some of the shelves in my greenhouse. Okay. I know I have a lot to say about clippers and stuff that, I'm sorry, it's painful when you're clipping and doing what you do and it breaks off in your hand. So I wasn't, real excited about buying some of these from the 99-cent store or Dollar Tree. Somehow, in my excitement, these ended up in my cart, $1.29, and I opened them, and what a pleasant surprise. These are my, original ones that I've had for a couple of years. They last through the season's good. And I don't like rebuying stuff, so if I have to spend a couple more dollars on one, that's gonna last great. But this is an item we use in the garden all the time. And having one day I don't know what happened. I had to use some regular scissors because I couldn't find a pair. But, check these out. $1.29. Awesome. Our growing season is long here, and it's 85 days or something, so you might need a couple. This is something that I never had a use for before. But this is an oil drain pan. It's $1.99. You probably could plant in it. I don't. I use this to bottom water in my garden, and a 10-gallon or 5-gallon grow bag fits perfectly. There's some out there in my garden now. And bottom watering stuff in the grow bags just made my whole summer gardening so much easier, and it was so much less stress that it felt weird. I know you guys are like, well, where are the videos? I made some videos, you guys. I never uploaded them. I was doing all kind of stuff. Plus, I started having hip issues, and I mean serious, like excruciating, oh my God, pain. And then when I finally got the X-ray and the MRI, it was discovered that I have no cartilage, zero. The doctor was like, oh, we could operate today. And I was like, but you won't. Give me the shot and let me continue, because in order for me to have surgery like that and be down, I have to arrange my life. I'm the primary caregiver of the 93-year-old parent who is in great shape, but it requires navigation. But anyway, these, I believe these are still 99¢. Get you a couple of these. They're great in the house. You can use this in your bathroom and get the shampoo and whatever, scrubby. You can use this in the kitchen. You know, I saw a lady somewhere that used these for her movie night with her family, and so she put all the snacks in it. You could fit a drink there. It's real cute. But I use them in the garden. Here's one from last season that just happens to be in here. But, you know, gloves, whatever. It's great, and carry it around. And this is one of those items that's in the household area that they have all year. So that's another thing I'm going to suggest. You know, don't just beeline straight to the gardening area, but go through the household items, because you're going to see some stuff over there that you can use. And then I felt very splurgy, and I bought the big one for $1.99. This one's great. You know, again, I use it sometimes when I'm pruning, just light pruning, walking through, pulling off dead leaves, and I'll drop them on that side. Or if I'm just doing a light harvest while I'm just walking around, and the tools fit in there, the long ones. Also, you know, gardening, we have our, if you don't have it attached to you, but you got, you know, your cell phone, maybe your beverage, these things work great for that. I am not a fan of itty bitty start pots. I had an experience my first year of gardening, which was interesting, and I bought some of those, what are they called? You know, a little round thing, you put the water in it, you put the seed in there, and blah, blah, blah. I did that, and that made me have to transplant things 5,000 times before they got outside. I used like a 4-inch pot, or the red, we like to call it college drunkard cup, that I drill holes in the bottom, so that if it's not time for me to put my stuff outside, I'm not forced to transplant it. There's room in that to grow. But needless to say, I picked up a pack of these for $1.99, and there are 20 there. There are holes in the bottom. They're in this tray. And just like you guys, you know, we got through talking about, you're gonna hear a crash because I'm throwing stuff. We got through talking about, you know, being able to put stuff in the bottom water. Okay, well that didn't go like that. But this is just a general idea. You know, if I was going to use these, I would bottom water them. But this is something that, you know, there's nothing wrong with it. When I use these mini little seedling pots, I'm usually planting something like greens, where I'm going to want 1,000 of them. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with this. This is a great little price. If you're gentle with them, you can reuse them. So there you go on that. $1.99. Again, don't sleep on any of this stuff. These used to be 99¢, but still a deal at $1.99. It's the plastic tarp. This one is 4 by 6, 4 feet by 6 feet, not inches. And it's great. You know, when I harvest my potatoes, I usually have them in like a big 18-gallon tub, and I put this on the ground and I pour it there, and then I go through it. Hopefully I'm excited, not crying. And then I have all that soil that, you know, I can either amend when it's there. Last season it was so exciting because I had worms. You know, I had worms, and I grow in grow bags and containers, and I don't see a lot of worms, but they were in the potatoes, and I delicately relocated them to some other areas in my garden. I've seen people harvest their potatoes straight up in the grass or whatever. It's cool, but then you got to clean that up. You've wasted dirt, blah, blah, blah. This is great. Get a couple of these. They have multiple uses in the garden, but be careful, because one day I was in there and I grabbed one and didn't realize it was much larger than this, and it scanned at like 8 something that wasn't $1.99. So the 99-cent store, to you guys, make sure that you check the prices on stuff, because they have a tendency, unfortunately, to mismark a lot of stuff. Sometimes there's a pleasant surprise. I should be ashamed to show this, but I bought this last year. I was in there with my mom, and so we encourage each other, just, girl, get that. You know those people, get that, I'm gonna get that. We bought 3 of these mosquito, okay, what? Mosquito hat with netting. It was only $1.49. Now, we don't have mosquitoes like that here, but, you know, in the event that we did and just couldn't pass it up, ooh, I'm not putting it on, but it's got a, is that a chin strap? And hey, you know, if you see these, if they come back this year, get a couple. We bought one for my neighbor as a gift. I know she's probably like, they are. But, you know, if you fish, my mother's a big time fisherman. I'm sure there was, oh, it says fishing. That would be really great if I read it. It says fishing, hiking, camping, almost any outdoor activity. Absolutely worth it if you see them. You know, it's really cold-blooded when you discover you need something and they ain't got no more. We're getting down to the bottom. This is the auto fuel funnel. If you drive a vehicle, you should have one of these in your trunk anyway. But I use these. I think it's like $1 something. I have a lot of grow bags that are deep, and obviously the roots or whatever are not on top of the grow bag, but just so that I cannot just pour the, like if I use 511 diluted, of course, fertilizer, I wanted to get down into the soil. My tree collards are in 30-gallon grow bags, by the way. I will show you. But I stick this down in soil, and then I pour it in there, and I'm not spraying fertilizer all over the dirt where it's not really useful. I get a couple of these, and this is really great because it's got a little, I don't know, you can hang it up somewhere. Lovely. This is weed control fabric, $1.49, price can't be beat. It's like 5 yards, I think, or something. People use this for a lot of different applications. I would just throw some in my basket just to have it. There are people who plant in the ground that will spread this out and then just place a hole where they're putting their plant just to avoid the weed madness that goes on or can go on. Good price if you see that. And I think last but not least, so buyer's regret. Went in there, know that I have an abundance of pots, but saw this and just couldn't stand it. And at first I didn't see the price, so I saw one of the people that work there who, you know, they're really nice, great people over at the 99-cent store here in Sacramento, one of them. So I asked the young lady, and she said, oh, it's $9.99, and of course clearly marked on the bottom where I could not, or I didn't look at it. Look how big this is. Look at it. It came in different colors, and because I'm silly like that, I bought one. Because a girl, we stood there and marveled at it, and she was like, wow. I was like, I know, wow, because I have a couple of those that are this size that I got at a big box store with the orange logo, and I paid like 20-something bucks for it. Okay. So I went back the other day, and of course, there aren't any more. But these are actually front of the house worthy too. This is a really great, of course, you know, looks like it has some there are no holes, but places where you would. Really, 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 really great. So, that's it. Oh no, wait. You can't see what's at the front of my little table here where I just transformed my garage into the gardening she shed. So, because I like foolishness, the 99-cent store, I don't know, this last year had these. I don't even know what they're called, but I almost had a heart attack. And over the course of a couple weeks, I was able to get all of these. So cute. They're at the center of my table. They're actually like a hard clay, because as you can see, there was an accident here. But cute. And this was actually in the aisle with the pictures and picture frames and stuff. So, I just wanted to go ahead and share all of that with you guys. I'm going to be doing a Dollar Tree one and a Temu, which I love Temu. I don't want to get started, okay? People are like, oh, they're spying or whatever. Well, spy on, because I love it, okay? So we're going to do a Temu one, and we're going to do a Dollar Tree one. So thank you guys for watching. Please share, subscribe, and like. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you're doing. If you have any questions, I love to hear it. Because the biggest thing I love about the gardening community is that all of us, you know, we're a community. No matter what experience you have, if you're an expert or you're just getting started or you're just lurking, you're welcome. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.